Cool.
It is going to get cool out there right now and then warming up later this afternoon. Some of us are going to be nearing the mid-70s. It is nice and dry out there. The reason it's dry out there is because, well, we barely have any clouds. Early this morning lows we saw were close to the low 30s away from the coastline. A lot of 40s close to the coastline. And then Worcester, you're in a pretty warm spot at 47 degrees. And right now we're barely any degree amount warmer than that, just because this is when we normally see our lows. Compared to this time yesterday, though, the Cape is a lot warmer. I mean, close to 20 degrees warmer. Most of us only about a couple degrees off, though. Going forward, warming up quickly. Again, many of us reaching close to the mid-70s for today. So 60 degrees at 11 o'clock, 74 at 2 o'clock, 69 degrees at 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock down to 53 degrees. Wait till you see what we're expecting for tomorrow. You can definitely get out and about and go apple picking. Not really going to be feeling like fall tomorrow. Highs in the upper 70s. Wouldn't even be surprised if some of us reach near 80 degrees tomorrow. In fall, if you can believe it. And then we start cooling off later in the week. More on that coming up. There, a lot of us got down to the 30s. Boston's closer to the 40s, but we are going to be warming up a lot today thanks to the ample sunshine. That's actually going to stick around for a couple days. So if you need to do some leaf raking, you need to do the yard cleanup, you're good to go over the next few days. It's not going to be too windy, so you're not going to have any leaves blowing around, and just a lot of sun, so the leaves are going to be nice and dry. But we have a massive warm up on the way, especially when we get to tomorrow. It's actually going to be a little bit shocking, so I'm going to time this out for you. 11 o'clock this morning, most of us comfortably into the 60s. Later this afternoon, farther inland, a lot of mid-70s, and then you look closer to the coastline, a lot of low 70s. You look closer to the Cape and the islands, a lot of highs today there in the mid to the upper 60s. Going into 10 o'clock tonight, comfortably down to the 50s again. And then tomorrow morning's not going to be as chilly as the last couple mornings have. Honestly, over the last couple of weeks, especially away from the water, we've been regularly hitting the 20s and 30s. But tomorrow morning, a lot of us waking up to the upper 40s. And then as we get closer to the water, even warmer than that. Look at that. Cape and the islands are waking up to the mid to the upper 50s tomorrow morning. But wait till I get to tomorrow afternoon. I know I've seen 8 on there. In the first digit, not the second digit, by the way. Some of us could be reaching near 80 degrees tomorrow morning. That's going to be away from the coast. But even near the coast, you're still going to be relatively warm because we are going to have a westerly wind. That's except for the Cape and the islands. You're only going to top off into the mid to the upper 60s. But tomorrow afternoon, I mean, Norwood, you're closing in on 80 degrees. Lawrence, you're close to 80 degrees. Boston, you're still very warm in the mid 70s. When, by the way, our average highs for this time of year for Boston is 61 degrees. So that's pushing 15 degrees above average for this time of year. So Monday is going to be incredibly, incredibly warm. Tuesday still warm at 75. Wednesday 76. Temperature doesn't come crashing down till we get to Thursday. Just an update on the fall foliage. Yes, you can get some leaf peeping done for today. We have really good color, especially in the northern Berkshires. And also we have a Celtics game on the horizon as well. Tuesday 7 o'clock, at 6 o'clock 63, 11 o'clock you're down to 57 degrees. We do now have Hurricane Oscar expected to make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane this afternoon in Cuba before making a sharp northeasterly turn. Not going to impact, at least right now, not looking like it's going to impact the U.S. mainland, because if we look even farther than the next couple days, it's going to continue to push off to the north and east. Otherwise, we still have Nadine. That's going to re-strengthen once it moves into the Pacific, but that's the only thing we have on the horizon there for the tropics. But this week, a lot of warm temperatures. 74 today, 78 tomorrow, 75 Tuesday, 76 on Wednesday. Then it all comes crashing down. Thursday, chance for some rain, 64. Friday, not even making it out of the 50s. Saturday, not making it out of the 50s. And we do see some overnight lows in the 40s, eventually back to the 30s, though.